Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and the big question I always get asked is, do you need to go to a photography school in order to be a photographer? And the reason I bring this up right now is because where I went to school, Antonelli Institute, which is a 2-year photography school, which just focuses primarily on photography for 2 full years, has decided to close their doors after 80 years. Now what they're going to do is they're going to finish the second-year students but not accept any new students, and so when those second years are done, the school is going to be over. And that gets me to the point of this video is, do you need to go to school for photography to be a photographer? And the answer at this time is absolutely not. I would not even recommend going to school if all they focused in on was photography. I'm a big proponent of either you're going to learn by doing, or you're going to be an apprentice, or you're going to get hands-on experience working for a job, learning from somebody, or you're going to go to a 4-year school to learn as much as you can about everything you need to know about being a creative. And that means doing more than just taking photos. That means getting into video. That means getting into marketing, advertising, branding, editing, anything that you can do to be creative that's going to further your ability to be a creative when you get out of school is what I would recommend doing. I've always said go to a 4-year, no, wait, let me take that back. I've always said if you go to a 4-year school, my suggestion is to go to the biggest school possible with the most sports going on, the most other people there, because then you can get some great connections. You can shoot these different events. You can shoot academia. You can shoot the beautiful campus. There are so many different things for you to do there, and even possibly use their gear if you get on the newspaper and all of those different things that I think are highly important. Now, it is sad to hear that Antonelli's closing. Of course, it sucks for all the teachers who now have to go find a job doing something else, because most of them were subsidizing their income as photographers, as also being educators. But we have to look back at the history over the past couple of years of schools that have closed down. Brooks Institute of Photography, or whatever that Brooks Institute of whatever the hell they called it, closed down a couple years ago just out of nowhere. You have to remember that these are businesses. They are schools that, yes, they teach you photography, but they are also businesses. They need to make money in order to go on. You still have the art institutes, and they're one of the biggest businesses out there. Yes, they want to help and teach and do all of that, but they are businesses, and I don't think you should be spending a ton of money to go to one of those art schools, like $20,000, $30,000 a year to do that. You have schools like RIT, which nobody really focuses on going to RIT anymore, because you need to be more than just a photographer. And that's the point of what I'm talking about right now, is you need to be more than just one thing. And what caused the downfall of these schools? Well, the internet, technology, people like myself who make free education to help photographers become better for free, or also offer products that you can buy for $200, $300 at most instead of spending $20,000 a year. Now, that's not to downplay the importance of going to school and learning on, in real world situations from real teachers, but that's more to say that, well, somebody can learn on a couple $100 and can get out there and do it. The world has changed, and that's why these schools are unfortunately shutting down. It's a sign of the times, and really, it is what it is, as much as you really don't want to say it is what it is. But that's really what I wanted to get the point across, is if you decide that you want to go to school and photography is something you want to do, that should be a focus. That should be one of numerous focuses, because photography is a difficult job to move into when you're younger. It's difficult for all ages. It's not something you just jump right into, because you need credibility, you need quality work, you need to know how to sell yourself. You then need clients that are going to say yes. And photography is a difficult field to get into. I'm not going to lie about that. There are a lot of people that think they can do it. There's also a lot of people that can sell you and say, I have the secret for how you can be a more successful photographer. But really, it comes down to skills, and are you able to get gigs? I mean, that's always what it comes down to. So sales, marketing, branding, advertising, video, audio, photo editing, video editing, photography, anything you can think of that gets you creative. Studying the history of advertising certainly sounds interesting to me. So I'm going to leave that right there for this. I'm probably going to do a longer discussion about this on a podcast, so be sure to subscribe to the Fronos Photo podcast wherever podcasts are available. Just search out Fronos Photo. You may find it under Fronos Photo Raw Talk as well. There are multiple different shows that I'm doing now that are audio only, so check it out, and I'll leave it at that. What are your comments about schools? What do you think? Jared Polin, FronosPhoto.com. See ya.